Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Two Idiots Reading Comics. This week we're reading Justice League Dark, Volume 1 by New 52, and it's episode 45. Again, as always, go check out our Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Go check out our YouTube page and listen to us anywhere that you get your podcasts. Talk to your friends about us. Come share with us what your thoughts are about our past episodes. Just engage with us as much as you can. We can make this a better podcast. All right, let's get into it.
And welcome to the best damn book club on the internet. This is Two Idiots Reading Comics, episode 45, and today we are reading Justice League Volume 1 from the New 52. Davis.
It's Justice League Dark, not Justice League.
Justice League Dark. Yep. I was just
woo-hoo!
concentrated on saying, that's what I was waiting on. I was so concentrating on saying from the New 52 since you fucked up the intro and said by the New 52.
And yet you still fucked it up.
Yep.
And again, Two Idiots Reading Comics.
Yeah. The tension is high between us right now because
we
just had the biggest
we just had an epic
chicken
standout
match to see if we pressed record on the camera. We did, but those are things we have to double check so we can't. Don't have to redo a whole episode like we did multiple times back in our early years. We're not done with our first year.
Not even
yet.
in first year yet.
Early episodes. That's coming up though.
Yeah. What is that? 7 more episodes.
Yeah.
And we're at 52.
Daggum.
It's pretty crazy, ain't it?
Wow. Gotta start somewhere. That was a mean comment. I don't know why I made that so about myself, but whatever. What did you think about this episode? Or do you want to go ahead and credit before we start?
We'll credit.
All right.
You've got your writer, Peter Milligan, artist Mike Janin, colorist Ulysses Areola, letterer Rob Lee, collection cover artist Ryan Sook, and original series cover art Ryan Sook and Mike Janin.
Davis, do you know what an areola is?
Yes, but it's not polite for the conversation of this topic.
That made me laugh so hard. I was like, I can't wait to make Davis describe what
I
an
watched,
areola is. Can you describe what an areola is?
We're so fat that I watched your belly jiggle out the side of my eye as you were laughing.
Like, that was uncalled for.
But I said we're so fat.
I know, but like, you're the only person I can talk to out of our friend group. You're the only person that's equally as fat as I am right now.
True that.
Diet starts Monday.
It always starts Monday, don't it?
Like every Monday.
Yeah, it always starts Monday.
I don't know why I grabbed this. There's no notes. So, I think like we said at the end of the episode last week, I'm super happy that both DC and Marvel are starting to explore their dark and magic sides.
Oh, yeah.
So what'd you think?
I enjoyed this. Like we talked about with Saga, just throwing the magic aspect in, you don't know where it's going to go.
Very unpredictable.
And another thing is what you're reading and what the characters are seeing, is it real?
Yeah.
Is it fucked up in their own heads?
Yeah.
Or is it really actually happening to the world around them? And it's kind of keeps you engaged and thinking like, okay, I can't trust this. I can't trust it until one of the characters goes,
nope.
Damn, that sucked.
Yeah.
And everybody else agrees with them.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was many times in this where characters we're kind of going through shit, and everybody else is like, mm-mm.
Oh,
not many, but this one, kind of everybody in this one shared the same experiences. But
yeah, you talk about dysfunctional origin stories for teams.
Oh, holy shit!
They did not even consider being together, or even fighting together until the second to last issue.
Yeah, even when they're
even then they didn't want to be a team.
Even when they're fighting Enchantress and they're supposed to be together,
yeah,
they still didn't. They still weren't together.
Yeah,
they didn't want. John Constantine went off, did his own shit.
Yeah,
Which is
a John Constantine thing.
Yeah, Deadman tried to stop Constantine from forcing Moon back into Enchantress because he kind of had a thing for Moon.
Yeah,
so it kind of all.
Deadman.
He's a freaky son.
Someone needs to hit him with that bonk thing, that meme on Twitter. Every time somebody's horny.
Oh yeah.
It's like bonk. or whatever.
Yeah.
He needs to get bonked.
He's a
real
horny
quick.
son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Well, and like him, he's a ghost, yet people can see him.
Yeah.
But when he was in the car with Moon, she said, "How are you sitting in a car?" He said, "Oh, it's like astral projection on her mind that he's there."
No, he said he's flying at the speed of the car, and is just sitting
as a
like
seat.
that. Yeah.
Oh.
He's like, it's very difficult, but I do it to make people feel comfortable.
Okay, that makes sense now.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking he was
No, he's
flying above the car. The way I read it, he was flying above the car and projecting
No,
himself into
he's
her
literally
mind.
flying in that
seated,
position.
He's seated like this, just
flying at the speed of the car.
That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
That's dope.
I don't know why I don't know if it was one of the animated movies. I thought Deadman was like a more serious character. I don't know.
I thought he was too. It
But
wasn't.
then I feel like there's also another animated movie I watched where he was like the punchline guy or like the comedic relief. So I don't know.
The only time I've seen him in a show was in the older. There's older Justice League Dark. They're not called Justice League Darks, but he shows up in older stuff,
Yeah.
right? And then they've just had the 2 recent Justice League Darks
Mm-hmm.
animation movies.
Yeah.
And I think that's when he was more the comedy
He
relief.
was in the first one, I know.
Yeah. And I think that's where he was more the comedy relief.
I don't know. I don't know why,
But-
but I expected him to be more serious, and
But he wasn't.
That's
But he
super
also
pervy.
wasn't the comedy relief here either. He was just
he
kind
was
of
kind of pervy. Dude.
yeah. Didn't understand at all the girlfriend that he started dating, Dove.
That's from a different comic book called Hawk and Dove. It's kind of famous, but like also not like top tier.
Well, and weren't the
Um,
Hawk and Dove a big thing in the Titans Rebirth?
I think so. I didn't.
Because they were original Teen
didn't read that
Titans,
shit,
and
man.
then or they're on the
Yeah.
original Teen Titans team, and then
And I think at some point in the New 52, might have been the beginning. I think Hawk died, which is why I don't know.
he dies again in Rebirth too.
Then I don't know.
Fuck, but she was odd. Like I kept expecting her to do something, and she just kind of
Yeah, she was not in for it.
no.
So. What did you think about the whole Enchantress storyline, though? It was confusing as shit.
It was very confusing.
This book wasn't generally confusing.
It
but
was. I
Like,
feel
not
like
in the fun way.
I feel like it's something that you'd have to go back and read 2 or 3 times, almost like a crime novel.
I feel like there's like, if we read the next 3 volumes, it would probably make a lot more sense.
yeah, because the whole time you've got Xanadu.
Yeah.
It is Xanadu, right?
Do you have it written down?
Xanadu.
Let me read it.
I read it as Xanadu.
Hold on. I fucking pull it up. Filled dead air. Really? You just can't come up with words off the top of your head?
But
Jesus.
either way, she is kind of fucking with everybody because she fucks up with
Yeah, she is
Enchantress. And that's what kind of
I
got
guess
me.
that is Xanadu. I don't know what the fuck. I didn't sound like I was saying Xanadu in my head the whole time.
But that's what kind of fucked me up was she fucked up Enchantress to kick June Moon out.
Yeah, like she.
But
did
then
she
also
say that to? Or no, she did. Tell
she
them.
did, yeah, because she
was
tells
like,
it. Because
I'm
then
having
she
to bring
goes-
you together for a greater force, and there's
Yeah,
like, that's such a cunty thing to do.
because then she goes to Enchantress and gives her the names of all the people that she's recruiting, Dead
Yeah.
Man, and says you need to up your ante and kill these people.
Which is
But then she's helping. I didn't.
I think she's just like, I needed to bring y'all together. This was the only person powerful enough to bring you all together, and
But she's.
I don't know.
But I guess the way she's
But
going
there's
for it is
something
there's an
coming-
even bigger evil
yeah,
coming
she,
down
like
the
her whole
road.
thing is she can see the future and shit.
So
like
there's
that.
a bigger evil that this smaller
coming.
evil needed to bring everybody together.
yeah.
Though it was, though it was kind of a pretty big evil. I mean,
I mean,
she
maybe,
killed
I'm not-
millions. I mean,
Did she really?
she was creating tsunamis of computers, killing superheroes.
That's
she
true,
took
man.
out
You
Superman,
fucking
Wonder
think about
Woman, and Cyborg.
Yeah.
She was making.
They just kind of brush over that too.
Yeah, first 4 pages, she
Yeah.
literally just takes out the 3 of them,
Mhm.
no problem, and then
Yeah.
never shows them again. Never explains if they
Yeah,
get them
yeah.
out either.
Did they get him out?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Did Zatanna ever get Batman out of that shit?
And her fine chokehold, whatever. Now, in the Young Justice that we used to watch, or I guess it came out of this newest season, Zatanna was in that.
Zatanna.
And I always thought she was way more in control and more powerful than she seemed to be in this right here.
Can probably. I mean, you can never tell continuity
That's true.
depending on where they're at and with their like abilities and shit. So
Because this really, I never thought of Zatanna as being weak or
No, she was,
uncontrollable. But
she was never like the top tier because
No.
Dr. Fate was always that
Well,
in the
yeah.
DC universe. But like, she was the one that was always on the Justice League.
Right.
Yeah.
Or in the Teen Titans and I just this really showed that
Did you read all of her stuff backwards so you could tell what she was saying?
I didn't catch on.
You didn't know that was her superpower?
No. Not
Her-
until like
her
halfway
magic
through
is that
when
she like says the words backwards.
yeah. That's what it
That's
does.
what happens. Yeah.
Well, I didn't catch on until Constantine did it, and then she made a big deal about erasing his memories so he would lose that ability.
Which
and then
I'm
I
kind of
started.
like.
Then
I mean,
started
if you
reading
say
it in
words
reverse.
backwards, though, like that's not really stealing her magic. I don't know.
Right.
It's like, I think
Is that really
if I
something that
say-
you have to learn?
if I say like grab him backwards, like, I mean, maybe it's like your power. I don't know. Fuck it. But
Was that Barg Mihi? Mihi? Barg Mihi? Me? How'd you say MIH? Because that'd be him.
I didn't think you were actually gonna try it.
Mhm.
That's funny. I was just gonna let that moment sit there for a while.
Dick.
I don't know how I would say it, Davis. I'm not a magician, so
Maybe that's the superpowers to even understand how to say it backwards.
maybe. I mean, we have enough trouble pronouncing words forwards, so
Touche.
Yeah.
Either way, I mean that's kind of the biggest thing is this is a very fucked up group of people.
yeah. She
Coming
did. That's what they
together.
said. Like, these are all damaged people. I think is what she kept telling somebody. Is like these very damaged people are all very lethal
I think
or something like that.
Shade the Changing Man was
Yeah.
a big focal point. And
no
he had
clue
an
who that was.
M-Vest is what he kept calling
Metavest.
Metavest.
Yeah.
Okay.
No clue what that was about.
That apparently he could alter reality, but he could
Well,
only.
he does a very bad job.
Yeah, oh yeah, he does a horrible job at it.
If I could alter reality, I would be a lot closer to Thanos with the reality stone than whatever
Yeah.
the fuck that was.
Because he couldn't even fight Dead Man, and then
I was very upset that Etrigan the Demon was not in this book.
no.
I thought for sure he was going to be in it, and apparently not. Etrigan the Demon is one of my favorite magical or
Yeah.
dark characters.
Now he
of the
shows
DC
up in our
universe.
next. He's a
As his
picture.
alter-
He's a picture on the wall, right?
As his alter ego, the guy who
Fucks everything up in the next in Batman.
he doesn't fuck it all the way up.
Well, he's
Kinda
not really
helps.
fucking him. He's kind of.
He's just kind of a Easter egg, really.
Yeah. Sorry.
But like his alter ego, where like he's just a normal dude.
Yeah.
I forgot his name, something Blood. But Etrigan the Demon's a cool character.
Yeah. And he's kind of. He's hulkish, but not smart, like Bruce Banner.
Yeah, he's kind of.
But he's also not. Like once Hulk changes, and
He's
when
actually
Hulk goes
very
dumb,
powerful if you, depending on which version you read of him.
Now, like Hulk, when he goes dumb, Etrigan doesn't quite go as dumb, so
No.
he's way more
He
cognizant.
also rhymes when he talks.
Yeah.
Which is cool. But yeah, I was kind of hoping he would be in it. I didn't know who was that other dude that the Changing Man went and talked to, and he killed that one dude.
Shade. No, that was Shade. John something, not John. Jay. I don't know. His powers didn't make any sense. Apparently, he has seizures and he can astral project his
Yeah, that guy.
conscience, but he can't control it. So
Yeah.
sometimes it turns into a creature, and
Yeah. That guy and Shade the Changing, whatever the fuck,
Never heard
being
of him.
in over Etrigan the Demon and Swamp Thing was kind of dumb as fuck.
Yeah, I didn't make sense.
Or
Like literally, the only
I
people I
guess
knew
Doctor
of
Fate
this,
is a little too powerful to put in this group and not
Doctor
very
Fate would be
cooperative.
a good guy. I would put. I mean,
Yeah, he's also well. I don't know.
he would go help the Justice League over
Yeah.
helping Dark.
Yeah,
Again, I mean, I guess I knew everybody except Shade the Changing Man and the dude that could astral project himself.
yeah.
Um, Xanadu. So Xanadu's powers is she literally has no powers except just sees the future.
She did,
But it's
some-
not
She did a
right.
couple spells. I don't know,
Okay.
but I love how this episode is us just piecing together the book that we read.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was interesting. The whole thing was more of we have to bring this team together because there's some bigger threat in the future. And I don't know, it was just kind of a weird concept. Not as bad as last week, but it kind of left me wanting more all the same.
Yeah. Would you continue reading this? If you had the time, would you continue reading this based off of this volume 1, knowing that there's probably only 6 volumes, 7 volumes of this?
I don't know. It's not really the lineup that I was hoping for. Like
Well,
honestly,
I would
love-
imagine the lineup changes.
I
throughout.
love Constantine, Zatanna, Deadman. Even though it wasn't the Deadman I thought I was getting, I mean, fine with Xandu or whatever. But I was really expecting Etrigan the Demon, maybe Swamp Thing, and then a couple characters maybe I didn't recognize. But I don't know. Like you said, the Shade the Changing Man was kind of a big focal point in this whole
Mhm.
thing, and I was like, I really don't care anything about this guy.
Yeah.
And they didn't make me care.
No, and that was the thing is he was a big friend, or he was the first one recruited by Xanadu,
Yeah.
and was kind of the focal point of getting everybody together. Yet no one embraced him like they knew him.
No.
Like no one, like when they
Not
came,
at all.
like when he went to get Deadman,
Yeah.
didn't even realize what was happening,
No.
and then he goes, "Who the hell was Shade?"
Exactly. don't
So why would you pick somebody?
And his vest is the source of his powers. I don't know.
Yeah, so he doesn't truly have magic. He just
Fuck if I know. But I wanted originally when I was picking the books for this, I wanted to read John Constantine Hellblazer. The original from like I think the 90s maybe. But the first volume of that is like 10 issues.
wow.
And I was not. I think our hard and fast rule is 7, 8 if it's good issues per book on here.
Yeah.
Now, if we ever get to the point where we have a Patreon or anything like that, I've pitched the idea to you of Biggins, I think is the placeholder name right now, and that's where we pick something huge like
yeah.
Watchmen or Avengers versus X-Men or Batman Eternal and stuff like that. But Hellblazer would definitely be in that also.
Mhm. Just too big to do for a 25-minute talk,
Yeah.
but also not big enough for us to break into 2 separate
Yeah.
events.
Mhm.
But yeah, other than that, the artistry of this was cool.
The art was
The
very
darkness, the dinginess of everything.
good. Yeah.
Um,
They definitely set the tone very well.
yeah. Now, I like Constantine. I really like him. He shows up in Legends. DC Legends was on CW.
Yeah.
And
Well, he's had his own CW show, but it was before they started the rest of
mhm, it was before Arrowverse or
Yeah.
the Arrowverse world.
and I heard it like got very good towards the end, but it couldn't save
Hmm.
the show.
But I don't know. It just kind of, if it wasn't so damn confusing, like a detective comic,
Yeah.
I think I would go
was
pick up volume 2
confusing.
pretty quick.
It wasn't the confusing I was looking for. Like I expected to not understand everything because it's magic and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it was more of like, who is this dude? What the fuck's going
Mhm.
on? And I don't know. But if you could have one night to go hang out with John Constantine.
Oh, good Lord. All right.
Would you? You get the yes or no, but you have to spend the entire night with him.
Doing what?
John Constantine.
Just whatever the fuck Constantine wants to do.
I mean, you're probably going to start out in a bar, let's be honest.
Yeah, which...
But, John Constantine shit can go real south for him very quickly.
He was giving some billionaire... he was letting the
hustling.
billionaire talking to demons and being a hustle, then gets snatched away and gets dropped into this shit show.
Yeah. So, yes or no, would you... Because John Constantine's a cool motherfucker, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, all right,
and he has good ass stories.
If we get roped into this shit, can we survive? Or are we just humans along for the ride and we can get fucked up real easy? Or can we at least stand beside him? Tourette's showing up, buddy?
I think a fly landed on me because you love to leave doors open in your house. I'll give you...
That's the biggest thing. Like, can we at least...
I'll give you the power set of... No one top tier because...
Right, yeah. Then of course, yeah. But at least if we get drug along, we're not humans and we get...
I'll give you Beast Boy's power set.
Yeah, I'd go.
You go?
I'd go.
Okay.
I'd go along for the ride. Especially because it can't happen every night. So maybe we get the night that...
The 2 hours of stories before you get to whatever fucked up thing happens.
And the amount of drinking.
Now
and the good bars and the shit that you get in trouble with.
Now I want to know what power set you wouldn't go, though. What if I gave you...
I don't know. Beast Boy can get pretty fucked up.
I mean, yeah. I forget he can turn into germs. So.
Huh?
But
that is an animal.
Yeah. But you're also dealing with magic.
Right. So, I mean, the only way to actually really not get fucked up is to also be magic. And then, of course, I would go because then you could at least...
hold your own.
Yeah. So, pretty much anything not magic, you're getting fucked up. Superman gets fucked up.
That's because that's one of his major weaknesses.
Strongest man in the world gets fucked up by magic. I mean, Batman gets fucked up by magic. He's human. I mean, so... if your powers aren't magic, then... I guess it doesn't matter. You're getting fucked up.
Yeah.
So I guess in any situation, then yes.
Unless, I don't know.
I guess in saying that
take
rant,
the work off the next day for sure.
I'd have to take a lot of days off afterwards because I'd probably be scarred by a lot of the damn stories.
True.
Because even Deadman jumps into Constantine's brain and jumps right out. But Constantine goes, you can't stand my brain.
No.
Like, you can't stand the darkness in here.
No. All right. Well, we're at our time. So next week, Batman Curse of the White Knight.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I thought there was a third volume of this, but it is not.
No, it's
and unfortunately, I thought this was about Red Hood, and it was not.
It was not.
Although
it does
show up at the end
for a possible. And we were talking about not doing long ones. This one was over 200-something pages.
But how many issues was it? I think it was right at 8.
I think it was at
Unless
8.
you read Von Freeze, which
I
did not.
Okay. I skimmed it real fast.
I did not read it.
Because it didn't matter.
They're throwing it at the end. I think it was just, he was such an important character in the first one. We're doing next week's episode right now.
Yeah.
Next week, Batman, Curse of the White Knight. And we'll have to find another continuous after that.
Sounds good to me.
But we'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye.